Welcome to Buy or Sell here on NETV Profit. As always, Buy or Sell addresses your stock queries and your portfolio queries, helps you make a little more money out of this market. Morning, Ashu.
Morning, Bianca. Absolutely. Buy or sell, our endeavor is always to enrich and empower you with adequate information, fundamentally, technically, for a panel of experts.
Expert advice coming in on portfolio from Hitesh Ednani from Kolkata, who's joining in right now. He's going to give you a technical perspective on the questions that you have. And for a fundamental view, we have Vivek Karwa joining in from Chennai. Gentlemen, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedules this morning to help our investors here. We've got a query coming in from Yogesh, who's on the phone line with us from Mumbai. Yogesh, morning. What's your question?
Good morning. I have got my question. I have bought Hindustan on 180, 185.
Okay.
I'm basically a long-term investor. I've further got 1,000 shares of GSPL and Gujarat Industries Power Corporation. Hello?
Okay. Yes, we can hear you, Yogesh. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So I wanted your opinion on these three companies.
You have HOEC, you've also got GSPL and GIPCL, but you're making a lot of loss out there, almost 2 lakh odd crore rupees worth of losses. Hitesh, if I can come to you first, and if you can give us some technical levels to look for as far as these counters are concerned. One should perhaps look at loss minimization at this point in time and make sure that he can, he doesn't make any more losses. He's already into very, very deep losses here.
Thanks, Priyanka. Thanks. Nice to be back on your show after a brief interval. Let's look at each one of these counters. We'll start off with HOEC. The investor had bought it at 185, currently it's trading around 111. HOEC had hit a high of around 400 in 2009 October, and it's been in a downtrend pretty much since then. Charts are looking very bad, making a pattern of lower tops and bottoms. We might see some further downside and after that some base building before a bull market starts in this. So a move above 152 would be bullish and indicate the start of a new bullish uptrend. But till then there can be a lot of base building further downside. So my recommendation in this particular counter would be to exit at this point in time. Next up, looking at GSPL, the investor had bought it at 88 and the current market price is 75. State Petronet had hit a high of 128 in 2010 November, and it's been in a downtrend since then. It's trading below the 200-day moving average. It seems to be building base with support at 72, but a cross over 90 would put it in a bullish uptrend. My advice for this particular counter would be to hold on with a stop loss of 72. And regarding the third counter, GIPCL, once again the investor bought it at 70 and the current market price is 66. So there's not too much of a loss in this particular counter. It had hit a high of 185 in 2007 end, and it's been in a downtrend since then. It's got 64 and a move above 80 would be bullish for this. Till then it could build base or head lower. So my advice for this particular counter would be to hold top loss of 64. Now if you were to look at the overall portfolio for the investor, it's down from around 3.08 lakhs to about 2.18 lakhs, which is a loss of around 89,000 or 29% on his portfolio. It shows the importance of having a stop loss and sticking with stocks which are trending rather than holding on to losing ones. So the loss in HOEC would take or might take some time to recover. I suggest him to exit HOEC and maybe enter some other counters which are in a well-defined bull market right now. Counters the likes of Ajanta Pharma, Lupin, or even Tata Motors.
Okay, so what?
We have Ganesh who's joining us right now from Chennai. Ganesh, hi, what's your question? Ganesh, if you can hear me, go ahead, please ask your question. Okay, let me take his query though. Well, Ganesh holds GTL shares 500 at 315. Okay, so that's a loss of 1,36,000 rupees. Sterling Biotech he bought at 95. He's making a loss of 42,000. SCI was bought at the IPO price of 140. And I believe that investor is also making a very big loss on that particular one. So you get a sense that perhaps he's bought these stocks and is completely lost out on the fact that maybe the stock, he has probably not even tracked these stocks where they are headed right now, maybe just woken up one particular day. Hitesh, you want to come in on this portfolio GTL at 315? I wonder what the investor was doing when the news of when the news of GTL was going around, maybe didn't really catch up on that particular development. Sterling Biotech, SCI, everything's a big loss for this investor. What's your recommendation? Any way out for him?
Hi Ashu. Yes, this particular portfolio seems to be battered down quite badly. It's down 80% from the levels at which the investor entered. And you're quite right, probably he hadn't been tracking his stocks quite actively. Let's look at GTL. The investor got in at around 315. Currently it's trading around 40-45 levels. This one absolutely crashed. I mean, everybody knows the news that went behind GTL. It had seen a high, in fact, of 3,515, 2,000, which crashed to 15, 2001. So see the crash that happened during the 2000, 2001 tech boom. And it recovered to 475 in 2010. But once again, after that, the news came in 2011, and we all know the kind of crash that happened. It once again shows the importance of having strict stop losses, even if you're a positional trader. 28 seems to be support on this. Once GTL crosses 100, then we could say that it is in some kind of an uptrend. But 28 is also quite low from where the stock price is currently. So I would say get out of GTL. I know the investor has lost a lot on this and the other two counters as well. But rather than holding on to a falling knife or trying to catch a falling knife, we could advise him to exit this one and the other two counters as well and get onto some counters which are in a well-defined bull market. Sterling Biotech, once again he entered. Currently it's trading around 9-10 rupees. It had hit a high of 268 in 2008. It's been in a pretty much a bad downtrend since then, trading below the 200 DMA, making a pattern of lower tops and bottoms. So nothing seems to be going right with Sterling Bio. He's lost more than 90% of his holding in this counter itself, and it still seems to be collapsing. After it collapses, it will have to build a long base before any kind of an uptrend or bullish move starts in this counter. So if he decides to hold on, he needs to be really patient. My advice would be to exit this one as well, and along with SCI, which he had bought at 140, currently trading around 60. SCI had hit a high of 220 in 2008, but the charts are clearly showing a downtrend. It might take support at 45, but who knows, it could head lower. Only once it crosses above 80 can we say confidently that it's in some kind of an uptrend. So once again, I have a sell or an exit recommendation on SCI. Overall, his portfolio is down from 2.68 lakhs to 54,000, or a loss of almost 80%. My advice would be to exit all these three counters, maybe enter some of the counters that I just mentioned, or even other counters like say a Titan or an Ultratech Cement, which are in clear, well-established bull markets right now.
Thanks for staying on here on Buy or Sell. We've got Nishar Ahmed joining in on the phone line from Andhra Pradesh, and he's got a question about some of his stocks. Nishar, hi, morning. What's your question? The phone line is really bad. I don't think Nishar can hear us or we can hear him, but he's written into us earlier, and these are the stocks that he has a query about. He's got IRB Infrastructure, 100 of those shares that he has bought at 196 rupees, marginal loss there that he's making, and Canara Bank, 50 of those shares that he has bought at 488. He wants to know how long he should hold on to these stocks. Hitesh, I'm going to ask you first to comment on both those two counters. Canara Bank today has come down to below 450 also levels. Do you like these two counters at all? Should he hold on to them? If yes, how long?
Hi Priyanka, I'd start off with IRB Infra, which the investor bought at 196. Currently it's trading around 180 levels. The trend is clearly up in this counter. It had hit a high of around 314 in 2010, and it fell down to 122 in 2011. But after that it started an uptrend. Charts are looking good now. I would advise him to hold on and keep 164 as a stop loss on a closing basis on this one. The next one being Canara Bank, which we had bought at 488, currently trading around 450 odd. Canara Bank had hit a high of 847 in 2010, 342 after that. Currently the short term and intermediate term trend is down in this. It has a support at 342, but obviously the investor cannot wait for the counter to take support at such a low level from where he's entered. A move above 568 would confirm an uptrend in this, and that's the point in time when I would turn bullish on this counter. But till then, my suggestion to the investor would be to exit this counter. Overall, his portfolio is not doing too badly. It's down from 44,000 to 40,000, or a loss of 3,500. being around 8% of his portfolio value. To this investor, I would suggest to enter Lupin. It's doing very well right now. It's a nice looking chart, trending well. So he could enter Lupin at this point in time.
Right, let's move on. Let's talk about Somesh's portfolio, who has an interesting mix of stocks. Syntex Industries, Reliance Capital, Reliance Infrastructure, Aban Offshore, Lanco Infrastructure, GVK Power, Bank of India, IFCI and Sri Renuka. A huge percentage of his portfolio is actually stuck in infrastructure stocks. Okay, we have Somesh with us right now. Somesh, what's your question? What do you want to ask our experts?
Yeah, mainly I wanted to, ask about 3 stocks which I hold. One is Syntex Industries, which I have bought at 100 rupees for around 2,000 shares. So can I hold it, or it's time to exit?
Right, Hitesh, your comments quickly on Somesh's portfolio.
Right, we start off with Syntex, which he bought at 100, currently around 85. I've got a sell recommendation on this because this counter fell from 236 to 55 in the 2011 crash, and it doesn't seem to have ended the downtrend. Only when it goes above 101 and stays above that for a few days would I get bullish on this. Reliance Capital, which the investor bought at 393, and it's currently around that levels. I've got a hold on that. The downtrend seems to be over. He can keep a stop loss of 370, and once it crosses 475, that would be really good news for this counter. Aban Offshore, which he bought at 430, once again trading around those levels. I've got an exit on that. It's got support at 327. It seems to be building base around this 330 to 550 levels. But I would suggest him to exit and wait for a clear uptrend to emerge before he tries and invest in this counter again. Lanco Infra, which he bought at around 20, currently around 18.7. I've got a hold on that. This counter got hammered badly in 2011, fell from 75 to 9 rupees. He can hold on currently with a stop loss of 18, so that's quite a tight stop loss on this. It might be starting an uptrend, and if it holds 18, he can continue to hold on. GVK Power, which he bought at 18.5, currently around 17.3. He can hold on with a stop loss of 15.7. It seems to have having a V-shaped recovery. It fell from 54 to 9 rupees, and now it seems to be having a V-shaped recovery from those levels. Bank of India, which he bought at 362, currently once again around that levels. I've got a hold on this. The downtrend seems to be over. The charts are looking fine. It's gone past the previous pivot level of 355. So he can keep a stop loss of 340 and hold on. IFCI, which he bought at 41 rupees, currently around 40. It's clearly in an uptrend. It's rallied smartly from a low of 19 rupees. Let him hold on with a stop loss of 39. Once again, quite close to the current levels. And Sri Renuka Sugar, which he bought at 32 rupees, currently around 30-31 rupees. Still in a downtrend. It can head lower. Only once it crosses above 42 can we consider that a fresh uptrend has started. And if it goes below 23, it's very bearish. So I've got an exit in Sri Renuka. Overall, if you see his portfolio, it's down from around 5.6 lakhs to around 5.13, loss of 47,000 or 8.5%. That's not too bad. Let him exit the counters which I mentioned and enter those which are in a clear bull market, likes of Asian Paints, Tata Motors, Yes Bank, or even Titan Industries.
Gentlemen, thanks very much for your time and for the comments coming in on both all those queries that our investors have been writing into us and calling into us with. Just before we end the bulletin, we'd like to take your mandatory disclosures. Hitesh, any disclosures for the day?
Right, Quant First, me, any of the partners of the firm or any of our clients could have holdings in any of the stocks discussed today. Thank you very much.